welcome to ERi-TV English News Broadcast. It's now exactly 10:30 p.m. Asmara time, and we're ready for a domestic and international report for August 28th, 2026. I'm Heaven Johannes, your news anchor for this session, and I present you the top stories first. Meeting on use of social service institutions conducted in southern Red Sea region. Modern medical equipment installed at ERi Hospital. In our international, Trump signs order renaming Lake Ontario Lake America. And Thailand and Indonesia agree roadmap for strategic partnership through 2030. Welcome again. In today's domestic news, Ambassador Mohammed Saeed Mantai, governor of the southern Red Sea region, conducted a meeting with representatives of the Central Denkalia subzone, focusing on the use of social service institutions. At the meeting conducted in Afambo on 25 August, Ambassador Mohammed Saeed called on residents to properly use the social service institutions established in their areas, particularly health and education facilities. He also called for strengthened organization and participation in the implementation of development programs. Underlining that the expansion of social service institutions depends on their proper use by the public, Ambassador Mohammed Saeed called for effective water management to ensure the sustainability of potable water projects. Noting that the effort to establish preschools in all villages stems from the importance of the program in securing the future of children, Ambassador Mohammed Saeed called on parents to take advantage of the preschool facilities established in their areas and enroll their children. Commending the increased public awareness on health issues, Dr. Ali Halo, head of the Ministry of Health branch in the region, called on residents to take advantage of the regular vaccination programs as well as the pre- and postnatal care provided at health facilities. In the same vein, Ambassador Mohammed Saeed Mantai inspected the progress of the construction of the Afambo boarding school and residential facilities for teachers, as well as schools under construction in Hamerti and Ayuman. Moving on, modern medical equipment installed at ERi Hospital is making a significant contribution to the healthcare services provided by the hospital, according to beneficiaries and healthcare professionals. Dr. Tsagazab Kiflezgi, medical director of the hospital, said that the government is making significant investments to equip health facilities with modern medical equipment and qualified personnel, contributing to the improvement of the healthcare services provided for the public. Noting that several pieces of digital equipment have been installed at the hospital since 2023, Dr. Tsagazab said that the development has increased satisfaction among both patients and health professionals. Dr. Tsagazab also called on public to increase awareness, maintain a proper diet, and engage in regular physical exercise to help control the prevalence of non-communicable diseases such as diabetes and hypertension. Mr. Tashoma Takhla from the physiotherapy unit indicated that the hospital provides healthcare services to patients from ERi and San'af subzones, as well as from the northern Red Sea region. He said that the modern medical equipment installed at the hospital is contributing to the provision of effective healthcare services. The beneficiaries, noting that they are receiving effective and timely healthcare services from the hospital, expressed gratitude to the government for installing the modern medical equipment. Now moving on to the Gashbarka region, Mr. Gabrihiwat Takhasta, head of healthcare services in the Tesane subzone, called on the public to strengthen its participation in efforts to eradicate harmful practices. Underscoring that female genital mutilation and underage marriages are still practiced in some areas, Mr. Gabrihiwat said that awareness-raising activities are being conducted in 11 administrative areas of the subzone. He further called for a stronger role and greater contribution from religious leaders and area administrators in the effort, underlining that maternal deaths during childbirth can result from the consequences of female genital mutilation and underage marriage. Mr. Gabrahiwat emphasized the importance of the participation of influential members of society in controlling these practices. Ms. Hafisa Mohammed from the prosecutor's office in the subzone indicated that female genital mutilation is prohibited in Eritrea under Proclamation number 158/2007, while underage marriage is prohibited under Article 581 of the Civil Code. She added that those who participate in these illegal practices are therefore punishable by law. The religious leaders, noting that female genital mutilation is not accepted by religion, expressed their readiness to conduct awareness-raising activities alongside their religious sermons. Mr. Suyum Gabrayesus, administrator of the subzone, on his part, called on the public to participate actively in efforts to eradicate harmful practices. He also called on area administrators and village coordinators to conduct regular follow-up activities. The participants expressed their readiness to strengthen their participation in efforts to eradicate harmful practices and control the prevalence of diseases. Do stay tuned, dear viewers, for we shall be back with the international news after the short break. Welcome back. Now, the global arena. U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday signed an executive order directing the Department of the Interior to rename Lake Ontario Lake America as trade tensions between the United States and Canada continue to escalate. The move came just 2 days after Trump said on social media that the United States is giving serious consideration to changing the name of Lake Ontario to Lake America. Canadian officials have strongly said that they will not recognize the new name. Canadian Minister of Industry Melanie Joly said that Canada will always call the water body Lake Ontario. Trump's attempt to rename the lake came as a recent breakdown in trade talks between the two countries led to new retaliatory tariffs. The United States and Canada failed to reach a trade deal, and the United States therefore imposed a 50% tariff on about $20 billion worth of Canadian goods. Canada responded by announcing dollar-for-dollar retaliatory tariffs on imports from the United States, set to take effect on September 8th. The latest executive order marks the second time Trump has challenged the long-standing name of an international body of water and unilaterally renamed it for U.S. use. In January 2025, Trump signed an executive order directing the renaming of the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America, a move that drew opposition from Mexico and others. In today's final report, Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto and Thai Prime Minister Anutin Sharnivarkul have agreed to deepen bilateral ties, adopting a strategic partnership roadmap for 2026 to 2030 aimed at guiding future cooperation between the two Southeast Asian countries. The two leaders said they would expand collaboration in trade, investment and business links, expressing confidence that bilateral trade could reach $20 billion by the year 2030. They also agreed to establish the first Joint Trade Commission as part of efforts to improve market access and strengthen economic relations. Beyond economic cooperation, the two countries pledged closer political and security coordination, including efforts to combat transnational crime and online scams. Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto said Indonesia and Thailand, both founding members of ASEAN, must continue playing a leadership role in strengthening the bloc's resilience and relevance. With this, we conclude our domestic and international report for this session. Dear viewers, now the top stories once more. Meeting on use of social service institutions conducted in southern Red Sea region. Modern medical equipment installed at Adghaya Hospital. Trump signs order renaming Lake Ontario Lake America. And Thailand and Indonesia agree roadmap for strategic partnership through 2030. This was The World on Friday with ERi-TV English news broadcast. Dear viewers, from all of us here, thank you for watching. Join us again on our tomorrow's broadcast. Until then, good night.